Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a ZVP Patreon cast featuring MackWinston. You probably know this guy, top right. It is our Zerg player, it is Dagumpf. Kind of a fun name to say. And in the bottom left, it is our blue Protoss, it is MackWinston. Alright, so PvZ here on Waterfall. A good map for swarm hosts. Woof. So, pool first play, here from Dagumpf. It wasn't a 12 pool, it was a 14 pool, but maybe he has been burned by cannon rushes a lot. So, pool first plays are good for defending cannon rushes, especially at this level. Raynor, Dark, and Cyril and all those guys and Rogue don't need to go pool first to defend a cannon rush, but I think we do. So, and then the Mackers, MackWinston, blocking off the expansion attempt from our guy. Gas popping for Dagumpf here. Okay, maybe saturate your gas. You want to get speedlings here soon? MackWinston says, oh. So speedlings fast. Maybe I should wall off and not expand when I want to normally do this. Yes, shenanigans, early game shenanigans. I love it. I love these lower level games. So yeah, for those of you who don't know how this works, this is MackWinston. He's a patron of mine who is supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me any replay once a month. I'll cast it and I'll put it on the main channel as its own VOD. So should be a good one here. People don't send me bad ones as part of their Patreon casts. They're never like, well, here's a game where I raffle stomped one in 3 minutes. Cast it, yay. It's like, nope, nope, they're interesting and they're weird in some way. That's what I like about them. So lings are coming across the map, but again, MackWinston probe scouted and probe harassed, and so he knows. He knows what we're dealing with, and that's a hard wall, almost a hard wall. There's a zealot in the wall, but he can handle this, just in case there's a pylon coming up behind him. Sorry, buddy, we don't trust that you can hold this by yourself. Another zealot comes out, so the pylon is canceled, and there's a cannon warping in too. So MackWinston is fine. Early ling pressure, not a big deal. Going for a quick lair before going for speed for his lings. Excuse me, interesting. Second base on the way too from our guy, Dagumpf. Dagumpf. Creep spread in. I love a good creep spread inside your own main base. Always nice. Get a second. Is this? This feels like swarm hosts. Hey! I didn't watch this cast in advance. I do not know what was going to happen before I clicked on it. I promise. But yo, it feels like he's going to pop a nidus up here. Pop out 5 swarm hosts and be like, deal with that, Protoss player. But you really need 4 gas if you're going to make that many swarm hosts. Yep, there's your nidus, there's your infestation pit, and about 35 workers too. So Dagumpf needs to be making drones right now. And you're really getting these gases saturated. He's just behind. He's behind on the whole thing. Because like what you want to go is 16, 18, 17, and then just keep making drones, keep making drones. When your first queen pops, just keep it on the gas, right? And then you have 150 gas, bam. You keep making drones, keep making drones, keep making drones. Take your second gas, your third gas, your fourth gas. 35 workers or so, then you have a decent saturation at your natural and full saturation at your main. And then, if everything works out timing-wise, you should be able to make about 4 to 5 swarm hosts when that infestation pops. It's tough. It is. Oh, man, he's hard-walling here, too, in case. So he can make 2. That's the thing. Like, 1 base swarm host, and I can get him out. I can have a nidus popped and 5 swarm hosts out at about 445. So the fact that, you know, it's 409, I don't know. He's making some more swarm hosts here. He does have to make another nidus. These zealots are like, well, that's a weird hard wall. We're not getting through. All right. So here we go. Just going to swarm host right here. The zealots, oh yeah, putting it here would be dumb. The zealots would see it. So, pop. I mean, here's a good spot, but whatever, that's fine too. Not gonna say no to it. Dude, get your extra gases. Drone up, my man. You only have 20 workers. You really need more than this for this to be a really terrifying strategy. But hey, again, this isn't super high level stuff. So he brings the queens over. Nidus erupts, and Mac goes, what? He's like, quick, check the main base. Are there swarm hosts there? Is there a Nidus there? No. And yeah, oh boy. So Phoenix pretty good at killing swarm hosts. 3 shots them. So it drops, going after this pylon. Fine. Going after that cannon. Fine. And the second pylon is really saving MackWinston here because this Stargate would be depowered otherwise. So Phoenix shows up. You've got queens in there. You had queens in there. No, you still have queens in there. Unload your queens. Okay, well, we're just going to do it over here now. With only 3 swarm hosts. Where are your other... This is so annoying. He needs more drones so bad. He needs more gas. He needs more minerals. He needs all of the things. Ooh, this Phoenix is going to die. 2 queens. Okay, so Phoenix dead. Oh, hold on. Distracted. And he has to launch some locusts here instead, which sucks. And the Phoenix makes it out. Are you kidding me right now? All right, so Zealots all die, but they killed the queens. Oh, and the Phoenix is alive. That's insane. And he had to waste a locust swarm killing Zealots instead of killing Protoss buildings. This really needs to do Protoss buildings killings. All right. Well, again, ooh, hang on. We've got more swarm hosts now. We have 6. 6 is good. Really? Oh, Void Ray is a problem. Anti-air, go. Oh, no. Lifted the queen. Swarm hosts. Ah! So Dagumpf's plans are falling apart here. That's what they're doing. He could unload here and launch and get back in real fast. Come on, Dagumpf. He is droning up. He's not taking the extra gas, though. I guess maybe because his mineral count continues to be the problem rather than gas at the moment, anyway. I guess that's because he's making queens, which is, you know, a pretty heavy mineral investment, 150 per. All right, so launching 2 for reasons unknown, and then here we go. MackWinston, this is money. This is what you're looking for. Focus the Nexus. Okay, so focus the Nexus. This one's not attacking, though, so you gotta be... I think they can get it. Yep, Nexus down. Beautiful. That's exactly how to execute Nidus Swarm Host. So MackWinston immediately rebuilds. He's over... Well, he's got idle probes here. Creep spread. Pushing out. Void Rays. A pretty good answer to this. And yeah, this Nidus is dead. Alright. This one is also dead. Dagumpf is forced to move his Nidus further out. Mass Void Ray is really fantastic. And honestly, the Void Rays just walked across the map right now. They'd probably win. Like, yes, there is a token Spore Crawler in each mineral line, but Void Rays don't really care about those. I guess having 4 Void Rays would work. He's like, I heard another Nidus erupt. Where is it? Where is that Nidus? He's going to walk over here, get killed by some Void Rays, which is not how you want to do. He's trying to throw up a new Nidus so we can escape into it, or at least distract the Void Ray. So fine. These locusts land here, kill 2 pylons. Lame. Oh, they got a Stalker and a Zealot. Okay, alright. I mean, they paid for themselves a tiny bit. Another Nidus here would be cool. Fine. Okay, so MackWinston's like, crap. This is not ending anytime soon, is it? Ooh, I like making some Hydras to mix into your comp here. So the Hydras can pop out and deal with these Void Rays on some level, but they're not here yet. So it's Queens fighting. Transfuse the Queens. There's transfuse energy here. Ooh, okay. All right. This is getting dicey now. I like it. I like it a lot. It's trying to build an observer for reasons, I don't know. Maybe we're going to burrow the Swarm Host. That's what the worry is. Queens, protect! Queens! No! And then they all land on the outside. This is like worst case scenario for the Zerg player. MackWinston's doing a good job with it, though, right? He's doing a good job with being like, yo, what's another dead Void Ray? Oh, no, gets out of there with all of 31 HP. All right, all right. Yo, this is a very scraptastic game. I like it. And like I said, there reaches a point where Void Rays can kind of just wander across the map and win. Prismatic alignment. Get the spore first. There you go. Spore down. Blech. So you have to unload, and you have to save the day. You have to bring all the queens and the hydras back here to deal with these Void Rays. Super annoying stuff, but it buys MackWinston some time, right? Some time to probe up, maybe saturate these gases. That would be super cool. I like incorporating hydras into this a lot. I do, from Dagumpf. That's not something that I've done before. And good drone pull, too. Not bad. Maybe put them back to work, though, now that the danger is gone. Recommend that one. Oh, and he gets a very nice wave in here. Yeah, he's even focusing targets. He's not just letting them kill whatever they want, which, you know, is usually fine. But telling them what to kill is actually kind of awesome. Oh, Nidus inside the house for MackWinston. So he's clearing creep, but he's distracted by that. This Nidus is going to finish. Beeline. Beeline for the Nidus. Here we go. And don't unload anything. It's dead. Don't unload anything. Okay. All right. He's okay. He's fine. Some vision over here would be cool. I like there's a probe. We're kind of watching this area. Again, you got to watch out for different Nidus spawning locations. Now he's gonna. This is dangerous, right? The further you walk away from the Nidus to spawn your locusts. Oh, Mac just ate that for breakfast. He kills one of the swarm hosts, loses a stalker. These zealots are all dead too. Get out of there, man. Don't fight. Don't fight. Hydras. Not a ton of hydras here. It's really not. I mean, what is it? 6 hydralisks versus 5 void rays. The Void Rays can win that. It's the queen support that's the concern, because there are also 7 queens, which is huge. MackWinston says, all right, look, this guy, he's tried to kill me with Swarm Host. He hasn't been able to do it. So the timers run out. Let's go across the map and just kill this guy. We got Stalkers. The Stalkers are really good against the queens, especially. And the Void Rays are good against everything else. Zealots to deal with the Hydras as much as Protossly possible here. Spine down. Defensive Swarm Host forced to be used. Never a good thing at all. He's trying to focus down that. He does. He focuses down the hatch, but then he has to back it out of here. And he does. He backs out quite nicely. Loses an obs. Flees from the Locust. And then once the Locusts are dead, you turn around and you move back in because the Locust can't fire again for another 30 seconds. So let's go. You've got a window to go in here and kill some stuff. Maybe make some more Void Rays while you're at it. Production tab's a little bit empty for both players. Well, I don't know. Hydras are on the way from Dagumpf. Charge lots would be good. Of course. There you go. He had the same thought. MackWinston's like, I need charge. Let's get some charge lots. MackWinston taking a ninja third in the top left. I like that a lot. This Nidus and Worm is still alive. Zealot checking it out. Hydras, just kill this. Don't launch any locusts at it. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here we go. Yeah, you're gonna. Okay. Well, ow, ow, ow. Nope. You're just kind of blind moving here, aren't ya? So, okay, good. These stalkers are dead, but the Hydras are fighting. The Zealots are clearing the Hydras out. And now the Void Rays could kill the. But what do? The locusts are inside the natural base now. They're going after probes. They're fighting stalkers that are trying to warp in here too. They're extra vulnerable and they're warping in as well. So many stalkers have died to locusts here today, but MackWinston takes some damage, not critical damage, and that's huge. Hydralisk count is only 5 with 4 more on the way, so that's 9. This is weird stuff, man. Third base from Dagumpf coming up at 1337. I don't even know. I mean, this is... I'm getting so confused. Come on, Dagumpf. How many Swarm Hosts has he lost? 7 of them. He's got 10. 10's a good number, man. 10's a good number with Hydra support. Would be awesome. But the problem is you're 3 base to 2 base right now. It is 39 to 39 workers, yes. But the Protoss player is doing better than you on income at the moment. You're kind of oversaturated. You're natural. This third base popping is going to help a lot. But MackWinston's taking a 4th base too. The Void Rays just being careful, right? And the Hydras are like, rawr. The Void Rays are like, no, worst nightmare. They get out of there. favorite nidus spot for Dagumpf today is over on this right side. It's just so out of the way for anything, though. And again, to get anywhere to MackWinston's base, you got to walk too far for this to be viable. So we're at 16 minutes. Again, another Swarm of Locust pop. The ground army runs away. The Voiders could just wander over, and there you go. Kill that Swarm Nidus thingy. Nidus Worm thingy. Bleh. One of my favorite death animations is that. They just fall over dead. So yeah, 3 base. 4 base. Here for MackWinston. He's down workers, but he's doing okay on income. Really, being on effectively even income here with a Zerg player is going to be fine. You're going to be more cost efficient. Dagumpf has taken the 12 o'clock base now, and this has turned into, I guess we're just making mass Hydra? Question mark? Yeah, it's just mass Hydra, which, you know, that would win. It's 106 to 39 army supply for MackWinston. Yo, but there's 1 Colossus. Okay, hold on. Hold on. You may have all the Hydras in the world, but if there are Colossus out, those guys are going to melt. They are made of flammable material. Let's see. Oh, look what he found. He found your sneaky ninja base. That's not good. It's actually pretty bad for MackWinston. Knocks him down to 3 bases, which, well, not where you want to be at 16 minutes. The Zerg player's on 3 bases too, though, so it's not as big of a deal. Going for a fleet beacon. Maybe some carriers would be awesome against all these Hydras too. Yeah, so this is one of those situations where it's like you could have walked across the map and won, Dagumpf. Honestly, probably won with this. You got double the army supply. It's only 1 Colossus. Okay, it's 2. It's 2 Colossus now, which is extra difficult. Nidus Worm comes up. That MackWinston knows where that is. He knows where... Oh, he's pulling back. Interesting. What is this? He's worried that it came from over here? Good. Good launch and run. Oh, so many landed on that probe, though. Well, if the Zealots are going to run into them, that's pretty good. I think it's okay with Zealots dying to these. Probes going down, especially the probes on gas. Another free Zealot, and Colossus are out. So, problematic. Flux Veins are on the way. That's what the Fleet Beacon is for the Flux Veins upgrade. Okay. I guess that's all right. So it's 173 to 107 supply, but again, Dagumpf has 42 Hydras and 10 Swarm Hosts, and Colossus are pretty good against both of those things. Really not much of a concern at all. MackWinston making Colossus to deal with those Hydras we mentioned before. Turning them into Lurkers would be pretty good, and it is carrier production now for MackWinston at 18 minutes. So he's just, you know, sharking around, looking for Nidus Worms to kill. Dagumpf's got the 4 bases and 44 workers at 18 minutes here. It's weird stuff, man. This is why I like these Patreon and the Mid-Rank Madness and Brave New World games, because you get stuff you don't normally get. All right, the Hydras say, let's go. The Colossus are like, oh, yeah. But the Hydras are like, yeah. Good move back here, actually. Colossus kiting back now, and now the Hydras are kiting, and they don't like that at all. They're trying their very best, but nope, stand in and fight as long as the Colossus aren't involved. You got this. All right, creep spread in. Looking pretty good, actually. He's got his bases connected. He's got 1 creep tumor away from his main anyway. Sometimes 2, which is awesome. Look, here's how this works, Dagumpf. You attack with the Hydras in 1 location, and then you pop the Swarm Hosts in another location. And then MackWinston is probably too busy dealing with 1 to deal with both, right? At this level, it's really good. It's definitely still done. at the professional level, too. And again, another Locust Swarm lands and kills approximately nothing. I mean, MackWinston was trying to expand here, but it didn't work out. Another base warping in here for MackWinston over on the left side. Locusts just kind of peter out, trying to knock down the front door of Mac here. Nothing much to be concerned. And yeah, Dagumpf needs to tech switch into something else. Hydras are not going to work. They're not your tech choice now. Lurkers would be pretty awesome as long as the Void Rays don't just burn them down. But yeah, we're getting into some tough situations for lower level Zergs to handle. Whether our Void Rays to deal with Corruptors, Colossus to deal with Hydras. And like, what do you deal with the carriers then if you can't make Hydras and you can't make Corruptors, you know? Well, we're making 6 Corruptors anyway. This is so weird. I'm loving it. Creep Tumor Murderization here. 3 Colossus. Upgrades for our guy. +2 attack and +1 armor for his ground. Also with shields. +2 arrow weapons is done. This is a good Nidus location if Dagumpf wants it. But again, it's hard to keep sending out Overlords and being like, we can do this. We could keep throwing up Nidus worms. Or just walk your swarm hosts over. Okay. That's one way to do it. I support this. Let's go. Pop it up. This base has been completely abandoned by MackWinston. Can't say I blame him. It keeps getting Locust hit a lot. And you know, the benefit of walking your swarm hosts over is there's not a Nidus Worm sound to alert your opponent that's what happened. Excellent. So the Nexus dies here for the second time in the natural base. MackWinston is trying his very best to kind of 2-base income this thing right now, whereas Dagumpf is sort of trying to 2-base income this thing as well. Oh, and now there's High Templar with Storm. Okay, so that is... If you're a Protoss player and you can't win at the Platinum or, like, Diamond levels, get Storm. It will change your destiny. You will win so many more games with Storm, especially against Zerg. But, you know, it's good against Protoss and Terran, too. Can't say no to it. Alright, well, that was an alert pylon. MackWinston knows this is here now. So this is probably a canceled Nexus. There's really no saving that. Yeah, canceled. Engaging down this choke seems like the worst possible idea. So Dagumpf says, we're going to send 2 Hydras down. Feedback on the Overseer seems unnecessary, but okay. And we're going to drop Locusts. It's like, fight! Stop running away! Stand and fight is what he's saying. Oh, and the 4 Corruptors are like, we gotta kill one of these carriers. Ah, but this Void Rays and the Storm and the at the bottom of a ramp versus Colossus and Psionic. Okay, all right. Well, all the Zerg stuff is dead. It's 188 supply now. MackWinston is up. He's large and in charge. It's an 6-kill Colossus, 20-kill Colossus, 11-kill Colossus, 2 11-kill Colossus, actually. A little bit of a weird coincidence there. Yeah, just march up. And guess what we're making? More Hydras and more Colossus. Like I said, as a Zerg player, it's just like... I guess Mass Corruptor is your best bet. It's like no Hydras at all, just nothing but Corruptors. Try to dodge storms, swing around from the backside, but not today. GG, MackWinston wins it with, again, a very hard comp to deal with for Zerg players. Corruptors, Void Rays, Colossus, and High Templar. Magnifique. Way to go. I mean, that is right out of Stats playbook, isn't it? Resources lost today, 23,000 for Dagumpf and 15,000 for MackWinston. He did lose 3 Nexuses, which is rough, but he killed 3 hatcheries, which is good. 26 probes died, only 8 drones went down, but at the end of the day, the Protoss was able to survive long enough to get to a comp that is rough stuff for any Zerg player to deal with. And that's what it is. I can't tell you how many mid to lower level games I've cast where Protoss gets to this comp and then Zerg's just like, bloop, I'm dead. Just falls over completely out of it. It's really, really tough. So hats off to MackWinston for surviving long enough to do it. I mean, he was dealing with swarm host after swarm host, nidus after nidus. Losing 3 bases is incredibly demoralizing, but he did everything he needed to do. He didn't lose his composure entirely, got up to what he needed to get to. Got that win. So, well done. Hats off to MackWinston. And that's going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
The path of ascension is before us. Our honor guides us.